That's better. I can see. I want that, yeah. What? Go across. What are you doing? I want to see that part of the screen. What are you doing? Hold up. Hold up. Cross like that. There we go. That's, no, still didn't, no, okay. Well then. This way. Oh, here it is. There it is. Oh, man, I just want to see it like that. I don't want that bit. Come on now. All right. I'm just going to light the sage as well. Rang the bell. Sprayed my spray. I've danced it out for a minute. Danced it out. Had a bit of my vape. How is everybody? Is everyone doing good? I know it's Saturday night for you guys over in the States and in Canada and the other side of the world. How are we doing my side of the world, people? We're doing good. It's like real sunny outside today, but the wind is freaking just making it a little bit on the cold side today, but the sun's beautiful out there, especially after all these, you're just getting home from work, Amber. Crazy day. That was, well, I was going to say, no, yesterday wasn't really that crazy for me. It was just, I got a good sleep though. Like I felt amazing when I woke up this morning. I mean, like in spirit, I feel amazing every morning, but sometimes like on the physical aspect, like the past week or so has been a bit difficult, I suppose. Had dinner at your brother's. Beautiful, Amber. That's not, I'm not, like, I want a better burn on that. Come on now. I can't wait till the smudge sticks that I made have finally dried out because I've done them in a way where they'll get good burn on them, you know, get a good burn. Beautiful hair and aura, thank you. I washed my hair. I was like, you know what, Sunday, I don't get the kids back for another 4 hours. So I'm just like, you know what, get up, do your thing. I did a private reading for one of my clients in Canada. Booked 3 of her staff for end of year Christmas reads. So I've been doing those. They are in the healing field as well. So it was quite nice to read for them. Obviously not with what I do, but different. But that was good, you know. I love good productive private reads like that, where it's just really like, you know, transformational, that kind of energy. So it's exhausting. Yeah, look, people can exhaust you, right? Shit. I mean, parts of me get exhausted by parts of me every day, girl. You know, I think was I saying it to you, Mystical and Gala? Like, I'm just like, fuck, sometimes, Christ, like Carrie can't deal with Carrie some days, you know? Like, it's, I get enough for myself, right? I get enough for myself. How you been doing, Ralph? Things been going good for you? How are things for you going, Ralph, my darling? I mean, you don't have to tell me, but it's okay. I've got, look, I love you, Ralph. You know that, homie, right? You know that. You know, I love you. I care for you. And anytime you need me, right, you need some advice, some clarity, some truth, you know I'm your homie for that, right? You do know. I love you. Oh gosh. All right, guys, let's have a look. You know, I think, you know, think about some good questions we could ask here. Everything in life's going perfect, beautiful, good, good, good. You're probably like, what is she talking about, right? What? Nothing, homie. I love you. Just be good, be safe. Make sure you're getting everything that you deserve out there, okay? That's all I ever want for you guys, right? Is whatever decision you guys are making is that you are getting what you deserve out of it. Otherwise, what's the point? There is no point if you're not getting your worth out of things, right? So just be mindful that, you know, none of us, right, are moving forward with anything that doesn't reflect our true value. I think a good question that some of you guys might want to start asking, right, being that it's the last day of the month, you know, what next month, you know, what do we need to focus on for the month of December? What could be coming up the month of December that we need to know about? You know, so start thinking about what could help you here right now. You know, for me, I always want to know, is there something I'm missing? Is there something I should be doing? Is there something I should be paying attention to that's going to help me get to the next level? I'm always curious, right? Always curious. Always wanting to know, right? Am I being obedient, spirit? You know? And look, some of you guys don't care. You're out here just running the streets being naughty children, right? Late at night. But that's okay if that's what you want to do. But some of you guys are more, you know, wanting to really like walk the path. 111 here. Really go through those those awakenings and those transformations. So if you've got a question, pop your question in the chat below. Obviously, guys, as well, if you could, if a couple of you could also even just jump out and share the stream as well, just to bump up the algorithms, that would be super, super helpful and amazing, right? Super amazing. Well, at least whoever was like, you know, coming on to all my readings like a couple of weeks back has finally stopped like putting thumbs down on all my reads, right? Like it's been, somebody's obviously been busy for the past week or so that they haven't been able to, you know, have those type of engagements with my channel. So she just cut off her cousin forever for some boundary crossing conflict energy out there. Yeah, there is a lot. Gee, I mean, do you want anything clarity on that? Is that a question, DR? Is that a question, Virgie? But yeah, if any of you guys could just pop out and share that, and then pop back in, that'd be fucking awesome, because it'll just help with the algorithms. My two, I know, look at my two favorite Virgo masculines in here, right? our little pedantic, neat, freak, beautiful Virgie men. Flutterby's? Not a question, just what's been going on. Yeah, there's a lot. Ace of Wands. I'm just going to start reading out into the energy, right? Let's just start reading some energy. Oh, Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Virgo, what you doing out here? Virgo got some new inspiration, huh? Virgie, what you doing out here? Oh, releasing ourselves from any self-imposed limitations, anything we've been bound to, stuck to. All right, you got some people that you separated from here. I saw the you got some people here that you separated from. Four of Wands in the reverse, Virgo, with the Nine of Swords. Right, you got some energies that don't like that you've separated from them. Okay, again, I'm reading for Queen of Pentacles energy, right? Picking up Virgo, strong Virgo energy for you guys, right? Whatever new ideas, inspiration, right? New spark, new energy, new passion you've got here, whatever you've released yourself from in the community out here is potentially upsetting some people, okay? But it's what's putting you into, look at that, Virgo, right? Getting yourself into your Empress energy here because of it. I love that. Okay, you could be spending a lot more time like getting rest as well, Virgo, whoever I'm talking to. Again, I don't know, I'm talking to you, Virgos, right? The Virgos that this is resonating for. Taking some rest, right? Meditating, thinking about things, right? Not burning yourself out. What's this energy about, though? What's this energy about? You could be doubting, Spirit wants you, Spirit. Look, you'd be doubting a little bit for those of you guys that maybe aren't in a connection yet, right? My Virgies that aren't in a connection yet. You guys could be having a little bit of doubt about being able to manifest a divine union or a lover's connection here, all right? So you could maybe be feeling like it could even be a little bit of pessimism when it comes to because you could be a little bit guarded here, maybe because of, separations and things in the past. But I see you've released the heartache of the past. That's not a question here. You're not holding on to heartache here. It's just, you might not, you might be standing your ground so much here that, it's like there's a lover's connection that could manifest or wants to manifest, but maybe you're not sort of putting into it the way that you should because you're standing your ground. You could be worried as well about, illusions or, not knowing which option to pick as well. Okay, but as long as you're not impulsive here, Spirit's like, you don't have to be impulsive here. There's no rush. We're not rushing. So take your time with that as well. Okay, but there's something here that you're not seeing. There's something that you're not seeing here when it comes to maybe that aspect of life, right? But it's going to resonate all for you guys differently. All right, questions, right? You got questions? Spirit's got answers here for you today. Jason, right? At least here's one of our cappies, Jamie. Nah. Like, who else have I missed? Have I missed anyone? I love you guys. You guys know I fucking love you. I always miss you guys because I love you guys. You asked one, so there you go, Jamie. So I'm like, what's going on here? I've got no idea. All right, I need fucking Spirit. Every time I'm like, I need new glasses, but you got your third eye to see. That's real funny, Spirit. It's really, I've got a real dad joke kind of spirit guide who just likes to constantly say some ished up shit to me. I missed the question, right? Well, if you miss the question, then you're not going to get the answer, are we, right? Like if somebody poses a question that we don't even see it being a question, then we're not going to be able to give them the answers, are we? Can I please get a read on what I need to focus and on if any blocking your way, okay, to be able to move forward to the next stop? Yeah, absolutely, babes. Absolutely. All right. Stop caring about any fuckery, right? Spirit, like, don't care about, stop, like, don't, no focusing on bullshit is definitely going to help here. Like anything that starts to rile you up, girl, right? I'll get you in your feels. Right? If people don't like you, give a fuck, right? If people don't support you, give a fuck, right? You gotta, just ignore the noise, right? The noise that's gonna pop out or that wants to pop out here. Okay. Yeah, the spirit wanting you to again, this is about, anything that you need to look at what you've still got in your mind here as a limitation and release yourself from that. Okay, so they want you to release yourself from any other limitations or releasing yourself from anything that, makes you feel some type of way with King Cups energy here, right? Get yourself like really, really grounded and balanced in your emotions. Okay, so really start to, there could also be something out here that's going to start stirring up your cup. Okay. But yeah, if your mindset's not crispy and clear, then, you could have the ability to stir up the cups in the wrong way for you, Jamie. All right. You need to, again, there's more self-love that needs to happen. Right. I don't know. Again, for you, it's been like a process, right? Like you've cleared out this bit, that bit, that bit. It's like, you'll keep finding new things that you need to go through, but like none of it's a rush, right? So we do one level, we get to the next level, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, again, this is about like, returning to a place of happiness here as well. Okay, so there could be, again, Spirit just wanting you to return to a place of joy. I mean, that's even if you've ever really, truly felt that place of joy. But there's still a bit more self-care and nurturing here that we need to do here. Definitely tied into your emotions, Page of Cups in the reverse. You could also be telling yourself things that aren't good for what's that about? About your success and what you're working on here. Oh, see, I keep burping as well. There's still some things here within your mindset about how you view yourself and then how that makes you feel about yourself, which is going to create some sort of blockages and limitations here in success and what you want to work towards, right? So that's what's slowing this down. That's what's keeping that kind of from you being successful in what you want to work on, what you want to work in, you feeling like you're victorious at what you're doing. Is going to be tied into those emotions. So, but like I said, over time, slowly, start to look at these things bit by bit. Yeah, bit by bit. Okay, bit by bit. Nothing has to be done in a rush or anything like that. It's just, it is. Okay, so look, I'm going to say that this is going to tie strongly back to masculine energies, right? Emperor in the reverse energies, right? This could be, again, the emperors in reverse that have been in your realm, in your life, okay? It's the lot of them that have you've carried this weight of people's words on you for a really, really long time. Again, and that could stop you from being confident in the way that you want to move forward, right? The weight of those words that you're carrying or that you still carry from particular masculine figures from the past are definitely impacting the way that you see yourself. All right, so I don't know if you're still having issues with potentially like digestion issues and things like that. It's gonna show up there. Okay, but it's time to again like move forward from and away from that. Right, take control of your destiny, your path, right? The way that you want things to unfold here, and dig into that part of yourself. Okay, start to give back to yourself the things that other people didn't give to you. Right. Like you can give to yourself in ways that others didn't, right? In, the things that maybe you used to do for other people, like I'll give you just an example, right? Like I used to fill my ex's water bottle every day, right? And always have things prepared and ready for him. Like start really doing some shit that's going to get you prepared for the day. Like, you know, make sure you're doing your baths and you know, look after yourself, girl, right? Love on yourself here. Give back to yourself here in the physical sense here. You know, it doesn't have to be massive or expensive or whatever, just little things, right? But try and practice those things. At least do one really nice thing for yourself on a daily basis, right? At least one. Even if it's just giving yourself permission to, you know what? Sit in your room. I mean, for me, when it's with the kids and stuff, like for me, it's like giving myself permission to take a step back from the kidlets for 5-10 minutes when I'm feeling like out of sorts, and just be okay with sitting in my room and having that 5-10 minutes to myself and not feeling guilty for it. So that I can go back out there after and not bite their heads off when it's really not even their fault anyway, right? But you get what I'm saying? Like just little things, whatever it is, whether it's, you know, making one good choice that you know is going to be good for yourself, right? That's also showing you, not only is it disciplining yourself, but it's showing yourself that you love yourself, you care, right? You love yourself and you care. So that's what Spirit want you to focus on at the moment, okay? What's that about? Okay, so there's you need to stop doubting you need to stop doubting how smart you actually are. Okay, you need to see the truth, right? You've made some smart moves out here lately, babe. You've made a lot of smart moves. Is that time on the clock? 1, 2, 2. Face is showing. Yes, Spirit, I get it. Don't downplay your intelligence here as well, Jamie. Okay, no underplaying, or you know, it's like you're not giving yourself enough credit out here for the fact that you've made some really smart moves. Okay, it's time to see that. It's time to see that and trust that. Okay, trust that. You're balancing things out. Just give yourself time, baby. You know, you've got a lot. You had a lot to get through. You had a lot, so. All right, I love you, beautiful. Hope that helps. I'll do that thing for you and little man tonight as well, right? We'll go through that. I'll give you a buzz a little bit later after the kidlets are in bed, when I'm just, you know, chilling out on the couch or just in bed early. Yeah, look. Yeah, Gregory, like I'm really not sure. Like I'm guessing like you probably don't have a lot of people to have conversations with. But yeah, sometimes it can be quite distracting, some of these really long bits of information that people do put in the chat that you know, probably don't really hold much relevance to the intentions of this live stream or these live streams. So if you could just be mindful of that would highly be appreciated for sure. Like, I mean, like, I don't even know why we need to break down the man's color. Just, there was a man, right? There was a man who did some shit, and what's these people, right? Who are these people? If you can define who these people are, what men are these people? Because if you're referring to a color of people, I'm sorry, but we don't do that shit up in here. I don't do racism like that shit, man. Like, you know, I mean, 98% of the music I listen to are from African American people, right? People who are ignorant, well, yeah, but you know, we just be careful how you label things in here. And I mean, I'm Australian. I don't really care about the Second Amendment personally. It's a little bit irrelevant, Gregory, to be honest, to what we're doing here. Gregory, you know, I think you need to spend more time looking at what you're doing in your life and how you're conducting yourself out here. There's been numerous times over just this past week where I can identify you popping up in the chat and saying some shit that just doesn't kind of it gives me the sense of you're looking a lot more outside of yourself than you tend to look inside yourself, Greg. And I'm just going to call you Greg, right? You need to start going within here, okay? You need to start looking within. Unless this is directly impacting you in some sort of way where you need to seek justice or whatever, like I get it, that's fair, but like you've said some things in this chat which lead me to believe that you actually hold a lot of ignorance yourself in regards to different areas that are creating limitations for you succeeding and moving forward, which is what you should be more concerned about, right? At no point have you asked a question up in here that is relevant to you, that would actually be helpful for you to move forward. And maybe that's what you need to start looking at, is you, right? Look within, stop looking at all around you. If everybody actually looked at themselves first and foremost, then we wouldn't see we wouldn't see that sort of shit happening anyway if people actually did it on an individual basis. But when we spend more time, well, that's great, but they obviously did. And again, Gregory, I think you're kind of missing the point here of like the relevance, right? Return to the Mac. How are you, Mac? How are you? I'm going to get to that, Amber, because like, but this is just interesting, right? Like, again, Gregory, I'm giving you a message from Spirit here, and you are completely bypassing that, and again, you know, bringing us back to a situation that has absolutely fuck all to do with any of us up here in this chat. Yeah, look, I don't know what is going on with you, Gregory, but this maybe isn't quite the right space in here, right? Again, I'm not going to get into the news, and you know, if I want to bring up something political, I absolutely do bring it up, right? There's some things. I mean, look, there's probably some political views and shit that I have, Gregory, that you would completely disagree with, that you know, because of maybe your ignorance that would come up, but. There's a time and place and a right space for these things. And I think, you know, the best that you could probably do right now, Greg, is really have a look at, you know, what is it about me right now that feels so drawn and compelled to need to bring this up in some psychic readings, you know, and what relevance it has, especially to somebody who lives in Australia. You know, unfortunately, I don't live in the States, so I really don't care what you guys do over there, seeing as it doesn't directly impact me, right? I mean, I love my friends over there, but at the end of the day, I can only focus on me, my world around me. You get triggered by people who have no respect. Well, Gregory, on the same sense, I get triggered by people that, you know, constantly look outwards and never kind of look within and don't sort of respect my space and my chat and my channel. I kind of get a little bit triggered by that too, right? And I guess for me, this is probably the nicest way that I've ever handled a situation like this. And that's because I'm trying. I'm making a conscious effort to be polite, articulate what's going on here, how I'm feeling about it, and why I'm feeling that way. And so I hope you can manage to respect that. All right, Amber, let's have a look. Marie. Fucking who is this Marie woman? You're confused on the signs and synchronicities that Spirit keeps showing you. I know I have you have a crossroad at the end of December. But how or what kind of... Okay. Spirit, are you sure you have a crossroad? Are you sure you have a crossroad, or is that what you're not? See, this is the thing. How do we know we've got a crossroad here? How do we know? If we know we have a crossroad, then we know the signs and synchronicities. Does that make sense? I don't know why Spirit is saying it to me like that. You came right on time and on fire. Well, you know, return to the Mac. You always return when it's when the Mac's needed, right? You can be the Mac to my cheese. I don't fucking know. I love cheese, by the way, guys. I love cheese. But again, I like really listen to what you've just said there, Amber. And I have to go back up to quote that again for you, baby, because I need you to... You're confused on the signs and synchronicities that Spirit keeps giving you, but you're sure, but you know that you've got a crossroads coming up at the end of December. So which one is that? Do you know or don't you? Are you tapped in or aren't you? Are you trusting yourself or aren't you? Interesting. Are you confusing them, or are you confusing the entirety of the message? Is there maybe no crossroads at all? Is that why there's confusion? Are you potentially creating, right? I mean, you are going through some sort of transformation, some sort of shift here, right? Scorpio energy. This has been happening for quite some time for you, but think about the duality of what that is, right? I don't know what signs and synchronicities are, but I know I'm going to have some sort of crossroads. So how do we know that for sure, but we don't know, or we can't trust ourselves with what the signs are? Yeah? Right? I'm not laughing at you. You get what I'm saying, girl? I know you get what I'm saying here, right? Queen of Swords is coming out, so definitely definitely time to use a little bit of logic here, right? Like Spirit wants you to use your wisdom here, right? Be logical about this, right? So when you ask questions like that, like even when you start to feel that within yourself, Amber, Spirit want you to already stop and go, hang on, does that what I feel or what I've just said then make a logical sense there? Because how can I be sure about one lot of signs that I'm getting, but then feel like I'm missing or confusing the others? It is probably a bit of self-doubt here. Like it could be a bit of self-doubt that's actually coming in here. Okay, look at that. As I split that, the devil. Okay, the devil. Something's getting to your head, right? That's potentially telling you that you're not understanding, okay, that you're not getting it. All right, give me more on what this Eight of Wands has just popped out in reverse. So yeah, it could be that you just, it's like, I get this energy with that just of the Star in reverse. Yeah, it's something that you still have. It's the delay that's happening here for you right now, with anything or whatever is going to be that aspect of that you haven't healed, right? With the Star in reverse here, there's still, but that's what's transforming here for you guys. Well, my next Cappy comes into play here, Rach. What happened to Warzone, babe? What happened to Warzone? I'm highly disappointed that you didn't message me. I'm a little offended because I wanted to swing sweet nothings to you over the headset while you tell me to stop, right? I love when you tell me to stop. I take that as a challenge. Love you, Rach. But yeah, Amber, it's that. It's the, it's the you're not positive about things. I'm not positive if that's what I'm hearing, seeing, believing. But we can't be, right? We can't be like, I don't know. You do know. Okay, you do know intuitively, you do know. It's just you're doubting yourself. Okay, it's doubt. Am I free tonight? Why you want to take me on a Warzone date, do you, baby? Should we go on a Warzone date? We can do a Warzone date tonight. And I get it, Amber. You don't want to be wrong. You don't want to miss something, correct? But you have to learn how to trust and when to trust yourself. Okay, you're going to have to learn when to trust yourself. So, again, this issue comes for you from, again, your past, could be childhood, things like that, where just, not being allowed to make those decisions or not feeling confident in making those decisions also leaves you at that place of not trusting oneself when the messages come through. No, I'll make time for it. I wanted to make time for it. I'm being told to make more time to chill the fuck out lately, right? Spirit see that I've been going really, really hard lately, and they want me to focus more so on not doing so much. So yes, I totally want to get on there and school some 12-year-olds tonight, 100%. 100%. As soon as my kids are in bed, we're doing it. Like you're getting real close to something. Okay, Wounded Warrior out here, right? But there's that element, Amber, that you're still going to need to heal before you truly trust yourself. So it's not that you're confused, it's just that you're not trusting yourself. Okay. And if you really are confused, I'm telling you, if you ask Spirit, like, show me clearly, ask them to show you specifics, right? Something that they show you already that you can recognize. Write it down. Make sure you pay attention. What are you thinking and feeling at the time these signs are coming through? Because Spirit could be doing that just to show you the fact that you're allowing yourself to be confused based off of the fact that you don't trust yourself. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense. Ralph is your twin. What up, handsome? Oh my God. Is he? I don't see how that. I don't resonate with the energy because Ralph doesn't talk to me like you do, Rach. Right? Ralph talks to me like a lollipop. He's sweet, It's a long-lasting sweetness that Ralph gives me. You're like a sour warhead. Just, it takes a while to get to the sweet bit. It just takes a while of freaking tangy heat and shit before I can get to the sweet bit. What are you? You're a sour warhead. Like the lollies, and Ralph's a lollipop. You're more like opposites. Yeah, maybe you guys he could be sis brother and sister, man, twins. You wish, Rach. You wish. I love you in your own fucking right, but no, it's the taste that you put in my mouth until I get to the sweet bit. Right? Like, it takes a while for shit to get to the sweet center on Rach, you know? Rach is just a big, whereas Ralph is the big old lollipop straight off the bat, right? Just oozes sweetness. I'm not saying you, Ralph, don't get getting a big head here, okay? You're not better than her, right? Because she kicks ass in Warzone, right? And she revives me like you wouldn't believe, right? I can't play Warzone if I'm not playing with her. But, all right, who wants to go next? Who wants to go next? Learn to trust yourself, because even if you fail, the universe is teaching me a lesson. 100%, Ralph, right? 100%. Nothing better than, again, like having to go through that journey, like with spirit and like, you know, being your own teacher. You know, like the way that I've had to be my own teacher out here, seeing Saturn, my rubber bands are falling into the pattern of Saturn over here on my thing. You know, the way that I've had to kind of take up the challenge here and, you know, the discipline that I've had to kind of guide myself into having, like it is quite rewarding when you have to teach yourself these things and to be your own guide with spirit to do it. It is a different kind of level of reward. Like, I don't think if, you know, I'd done like all these courses and stuff, like I wouldn't be as grateful for, you know, the lessons that I've got. You have a question? Oh God, here we go. Yeah, what's the question, Rach? Go on, Rach, what's the question? Could see myself in trouble here. That's it, DR, right? That's what happens when you've listened to other people and you haven't trusted in yourself. And I mean, look, that was me my whole life, right? Not trusting. Yeah, we can, Patricia, absolutely. I'll do Rachel's first. I'm losing my purpose. You're losing your purpose? How can you lose it if you already know what it is? If you know what it is, right, what the purpose is, then you're feeling a bit lost. Well, what did you say to me a few weeks ago that you needed? Hold up 1 second. I think, Jason, I think it's, look, there's one that, yeah, I'm a little bit like on. I'm going to say to you, Jason, you've been one of my mods for a really long time. Your intuition is always on point and I trust you. So I'm going to leave that up to you, right? I think we both know what the energy is. I noticed it as well on when videos are done and dusted and posted, right? Like it's a particular comment that happens every kind of time here. And like there's a bit more in it right now in the chat, but just, I want you to say, you suss it out and you tell me, Jason, what you think, all right? That's how I'm going to put it to you. All right? Because I trust you. And we'll know if you're right too. We'll know. Rachel, you don't know why you're feeling shitty. Well, Rachel, you know, you did talk about needing to, you know, have a chat and get some direction and some guidance. So I don't know, is this what exactly has become lost again, right? Where have we gone? Where are we feeling lost here? Well, no, we shouldn't be scared to let anybody in, right? Unless they're demons, right? Unless they're here for the wrong reasons, unless they're low vibrational frequencies. And, you know, all I want to say is like, what day will you be reading Virgo? Mac, you can get a reading in here right now. I don't have a specific day that I read Virgo. It'll come up in the energy if it needs to come up. There was a little bit of Virgo energy that popped out in the Leo read that I just did. You might also want to go look at the collective reads that have been done over the past couple of days. But as far as an actual Virgo read, man, I'd have to do at least 3 storylines because even all my Virgos, right? You guys are in such different energy. You're all at very different. My Virgos are in very different stages. There's a couple of you or two of you in particular that I know that share the same energy. There's one that's just completely on a different, like Virgo energy seems to be doing its own thing right about now. Feeling a bit challenged right now, especially spiritually. So you're in hermit mode. 9-9. Nobody knows it, right? So are you blocking yourself again, Rachel? Are we doing that again? Are you going back to like blocking yourself and going back to the regular 3D? Let's just navigate 3D on the 3D and let's not, because look, I know what it's like for those of us that that constantly have to tap in, right? I mean, last week I had to force myself to be 3D out here, right? By going to my kids' Christmas concert and like the washing hasn't been done, like dishes were like getting done after 2 days, right? Like I'm talking like I had to really push myself to be 3D because so much. You're blocking a little for protection. Well, that's what it is. That's what it is, right? Why does it feel like such a burden to you, Rachel? You know, like how many people like that I don't even know, right, that watch my channel or whatever that can't stand that I've got gifts, right, and that they can't have them, and you're out here blocking them because you feel like it's such a heavy responsibility, it's such a burden. It's not a burden. It is something that can assist you, right? When you learn to balance it out, right? It can help you with what it is that you're trying to manifest, what you're trying to move forward with, right? It's going to give you insight into what it is that you need to heal. Okay, but you blocking it for protection, it isn't protecting you. That's why you feel lost. This is why you don't know what your purpose is and why you're going this way. Well, you're going to have to start trusting that connection to spirit, Rach, man. Like, I feel like a little bit with you on this particular subject, and I am going to get hard on you because we've talked about this before, right? We've talked about your whole fear of this shit, right? Your fear isn't going to get you into your purpose, is it? So what, you're going to be afraid of what your spiritual gifts can take you to, where they can take you? Because if you're going to fear that, then I'm telling you right now, you're never going to get there, right? You're never going to get to your purpose. Forget your purpose, right? If you're going to continue to block your gifts, right, then I'm telling you now, you'll never reach purpose. And like, that's a shame because you have them and you try to block them, and there's people out here that want to get them that will never have them. Do you understand? So am I making sense here? You're not utilizing something, right? It's time for you to see the truth here, okay? It's time for you to really like you're being a little bit, I want to say, Cappy, you're being a little bit illogical here, okay? I want to know my purpose and my path, but yet you keep getting drawn by spirit and you keep shutting it down. What do you think your purpose is? What do you think your purpose is? Where do you think spirit are trying to guide you to? 144 on the clock. If you know, you know. That's okay. We don't always understand them, but shutting out and shutting down, I've noticed because you haven't messaged me, you haven't done anything, right? I noticed that. I notice when you pull back. Mac, whatever question you think is going to be helpful for you right now to ask, that's what you want to ask, okay? Ask it ask it if it's about a whole situation and the intricacies that you'd want to ask, but Rachel, I don't need to tell you, Rach, right? I don't need to tell you, but you're being very illogical is what it is, right? You're being illogical about it because you're afraid of it, right? You've become afraid of something that is bigger than what you've known 3D, right? And I get it, Cappy, right? You want to stay grounded here in 3D Earth. I understand that. But if you don't allow and this is what it is, Cappies, right? Those of you Cappies, right? Cappies, listen up. My Cappies in here, listen up, okay? Those of you that have psychic abilities, right? And I know you guys have psychic abilities. If you want to get third dimensionally to a place somewhere, right? You need to utilize that element. Without that element, you are not going to get third dimensionally where you want to go. That is your edge. That is your thing. You need to utilize that and trust that, okay? Start listening to that more. Then bring in your Cappy practicality, your discipline, your hard work and all that shit, right? And get there, okay? Make the steps to get there. But don't ignore the gifts, right, that you have that are trying to alert you, open you up, make you think bigger, right? When you get into that spiritual space, right, it's going to challenge your perceptions of what you can and can't achieve. Okay. Do I tell myself like I can't be everything that I want to be? No. Why would I limit myself to, oh, I can only do this. This is how it's normally done. This is what's normal. Fuck normal, fuck conventional, okay? Dream big, Cappy, right? Dream big, allow your intuition to, right, see the possibilities and see what's in the future and see those things unfold. Manifest that. Use your skills, your practicality, your hard work then to get there, man. That's like, you guys have no idea how successful you could be. Just get into my head about ish. Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. You and the other Cappy in here that are both very tapped in, you both get in your head about it. And you guys are the reason why you guys keep blocking yourself, right? Like you're blocking yourself because you're not listening to your intuition first. You're being too practical in your mind and then trying to use the practicality to explain your spirituality. It doesn't work like that. Spirituality and that ability and that stuff, that side of you, you cannot give it a rational explanation. Okay, stop trying to rationalize it, third dimensionalize it. Like, you don't need to do that. You just sit in it and allow it to give you direction and flow that you then can commit yourself to working towards, right? That's when you're going to see the magic take place. Okay, but it's like spirit are trying to give you something here. Okay, but with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it's like there's somebody does it, it's like you don't even want to take it. You don't even want to put your hand out, right? Spirit's trying to give it to you. You guys don't want to take it. Okay, it is. It's time to, have a little bit of, you need to gain control over what this is, right? Get a little bit of control over yourself here in how you're viewing it. Okay, but you're gonna have to switch the way you see it, in order for it to move forward. Allow that creative, allow the creativity, right, of your thoughts, your imagination to flow too. Again, bring it all together, right? Everything that was created out in this world, everything that you all desire to be, it started out as somebody's thought, okay? They thought about it, they imagined it, they envisioned it, right? They let spirit guide them towards what they needed to do, and then they took the practical steps to manifest that into the 3D, and that's why they have it. It's no different for you guys if that's what you want. Love you, Rach. But you are. The lack of growth there is because of the mindset, right? The way you're viewing it. Dream first, then get practical. Don't try and get practical over your dreams. That's not going to work that way. I love you. I'll only whoop your ass because I love you. Yeah, like, look, me, I don't, like, my placements in my chart allow me to, my biggest issue was not being able to discipline myself to take the steps. I can always envision, like, the most loveliest of scenarios, right? Like, the way that I see love, the way that I see, like, the potential for, career and all of that, right? Like, I have such a wild imagination. Now, put discipline and structure and skills and tools towards that. That's how you manifest your dreams. Okay, that's how you do it. If you want to manifest your dreams, you got to allow your dreams to come out. Okay, you got to allow the magic to exist, right? If the magic doesn't exist, then nothing's going to be magical. It's just going to be third dimensional, right? So allow the magic first, right? Because it's going to be magical. I mean, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want, right? But, this is the energy. We want positivity. We want to be walking in the sun. Okay, yeah, allow yourself to dream. Okay? Have the strength, the courage, right? To allow your mind to wonder, right? I wonder about all the different possibilities, okay? Again, everything in this world started as a thought. So what makes it any different from you creating that? It's just that you want to put practicality towards the magic. You can't. Okay, you can't put science on this. It just doesn't work like that. You just have to believe, right? You got to believe. You got to be a believer, right? Listen to Justin Bieber and be a believer. That's it. Dream big, and that's it. The universe is absolutely listening, right? Absolutely. But when you don't believe in things, right? Then you don't nurture it. It doesn't become fruitful, does it? It doesn't. It explains your dreams are insane. Well, I'm glad it gives you that understand, that confirmation, or you're able to comprehend it on a deeper level, because again, limited mindset, limited life, right? It just, limitations create nothing more but limitations, so we need to remove. Laughlin, thank you. You're a believer. Are you a believer or a believer, like Justin Bieber? I don't know why I always fucking say that. I fucking appreciate you, darling. Thank you. Like, that's the thing, right? You've got to believe that these things are a possibility for them to become that. If you don't, then why would you work towards something you don't believe in? If you don't believe love's possible, true love is possible, especially like for all of us who are like, single celibate, like if we don't begin to believe that true love's possible, if we don't begin to believe that we can offer true love, then do you think we're ever going to get true love? 1211, right? 1211 sitting on the count, 1211, like we'll almost get to 1212, but we won't quite get there because we don't believe in it, right? Pessimistic attitudes or blocking the magic, right, is what blocks the magic, is what blocks the positivity. And so we've got to flip that. Denise, how are you, beautiful? How have you been? I just, I fucking love you, girl. Even if you just briefly pop in from time to time. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're looking after yourself. I know he is so generous, and I fucking appreciate it. Well, we try to speak we try to speak as much truth as we can out here, and we're trying to do it in a much more productive way, a much more productive way, as productive as possible, where it has some sort of impact on people. All right, but Rachel, this is one of those things that you've been teetering back and forth on, and you're going to have to decide which way you want to go, okay? I'm going to say it to you like this. The next time you ask me this same topic comes up, I'm probably going to get fucking real Leo spec on you, because we don't need to keep going around in circles, right? We've already touched this conversation now. This is the third time, right? Like 3 strikes, baby, you're out. You know what I'm saying? I love you, right? But let's not have this be a conversation that we have to wonder about again. You know why you do it. You know exactly why you do it, because of your fear, right? And that I can't change fear. I can't take the fear away from you. Spirit can't take it away from you. You've got to find what's going to work for you on a psychological level that's going to take the fear away. There's nothing I can give you. Unless we go back over the lessons from the discussion group, right? Look at some psychological tools that might be able to help you to overcome that. But there's not a whole lot that I can give, or spirit can give, other than that you got to take that now and do something with it. Don't trip chocolate chip. Oh my god. Oh baby, please don't go. Who's going here? Somebody doesn't want somebody to go here. Who's about to ask for a question next? Who's about to type in here next? Because, baby, please don't go. Somebody doesn't want you to go, whoever you are. Somebody doesn't want somebody to go. That's it. Leap of faith, man. 100%. You have a shit ton of homework to do. Well, bit by bit, we've all got work to do. We've all still got. Oh, interesting. Can I just ask? Can I just ask? Are you're new to YouTube? I'm guessing, right? A month in, hey? What's brought you to tarot, where you've only been on YouTube for a month here? You were Patricia? Jason, are you still in here? I need to know if me Jason, right? I was about to say like me Julie, right? Mystical, like there's an I'm gonna say it like this. There's an energy in here currently that I don't know who you are. I don't know if you've been on the channel for a long time or a little bit, but there's something about your energy that is starting to really stand out for some reason, and the reason isn't good. I want to tell you that much, right? And there's a level of hesitation here that I'm hesitating for a reason right now, because there's an energy here that the song "Where Did You Go, My Lovely" was playing since you woke up. Well, yeah, somebody wants to know where somebody went. Ari with the cookies. Mum, that sounds delicious. That sounds delicious, right? I'm like, cookies do sound delicious. Yeah, my intuition is just like my spiny senses are kind of going off from particular energies, right? So I'm always curious about new energies. I get it, like people, start new on YouTube and stuff. But when this energy is kind of hitting me in my head over here on the right side, I know, yeah, I know there's a reason for it, and I know because I know my other psychics are picking up on the same energy or some sort of energy. I'm just want to need to see what did you just say to me? Oh, okay. All right. Beautiful. All right. Now, there's something else though as well that's impacting the energy here. I don't know what there's again some of my peeps usually feel it around the same sort of time that I do and anyway. All right, well, we'll just whatever. If you're here for shitty reasons, right? You got bad energy, whatever it is. I'm going to show you some love and light today. You know why? Because I'm in a good fucking mood, right? Right? I woke up in, mate, Queen of Wands, she woke up feeling like, on fire this morning. So we'll do it. We'll do it. All right. Patricia, let's have a look. What's this secret? Oh, I'm going to humor some. I'm going to humor some energies for a minute, right? Patricia, what have we got here? We've got a page of wands, right? So it looks like a message, a good message coming out here, right? Something that well, it's an exciting message that brings some sort of change here. Okay. Now, I don't know. Maybe this message could make you a little bit angry, right? Could make you a little bit feel some type of way, right? But it's a positive message that brings change. Whatever this message is, whatever this information is, it's going to bring some sort of change out here. Okay, going to bring some sort of change out here. So I wouldn't be worried about the change. Okay, all right. As long as you maintain your boundaries, right? Ralph, would that solve everyone's problems though? Would that solve everybody's problems though? Money? Is money the end game for everything up in here, Virgo? I know for our earth signs, right? You guys love your material aspects, right? I get it. But not everything boils down to dollars and cents, right? Maybe it's healing, right? Maybe it's something that's going to heal, that's going to be more impactful, more helpful. But yeah, there's somebody here that's going to be speaking their truth here, right? Or again, communicating something clearly that's going to make somebody a little bit upset. Somebody out here. Whew, somebody out here is being again, whoever this person is hasn't done a lot of healing, right? A lot of arrogance in the energy. Okay, something that hasn't healed or hadn't been healed. There's an energy here that I can't quite put my finger on what you're about here, but it's making me uncomfortable. Anyway, whatever this is, right? Like you just, it doesn't, Patricia, really, it doesn't matter what the fucking secret is, right? It doesn't matter what the secret is, right? Learn to start walking away from this shit, okay? Like, until you walk away, I'm gonna say it like this, people. For those of you guys that we're at the end of 2025 here, right? And you're still focused on shit that's gone on in the past. You're not focused on your future and what's coming up and things like that. I'm sorry to say, but you need to get out of this energy, right? You need to walk away from being stuck in this shit, right? Because it's not gonna make you fucking happy anyway, Patricia. Well, does it matter? It's your son's ex-wife. Sorry to say it like this, but who gives a shit, right? Who gives a shit? Okay, use a bit of wisdom here, right? Does it fucking matter, right? Spirit, I like. Does it fucking matter? Does it fucking matter, right? Make amends, man. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? You want to see true growth out here? Right? Stop worrying about the fucking gossip and the bullshit, okay? Go balance out your physical world here. Go balance yourself out and start asking the right questions, okay? Start focusing on the right things. Who gives a shit about your son's ex-wife? Why are you so invested in it? Why are you so invested in something that is it doesn't matter, right? Unless it's going to affect your son, like support your son, great, whatever, but Spirit's sick of this shit coming up in people's energy and me having to read it, right? Because we don't focus on that shit up in here, do we? Right? the secret is, right, or the biggest thing that's hidden here, right, it is the fact that you're continuing to be out of balance here because of shit that, man, like, who cares, right? There's secrets from my fucking past too. I don't dig about them. I don't care anymore. You know why? None of my business, man, what people from my past are doing, or what, it's your son's ex-wife. It's even, like, who cares? Let your son work it out, okay? It's not for you to micromanage or for any of that, man. Spirit's just like this is your problem. Your problem is that you're keeping yourself just stuck here, right, instead of walking away, okay? That's, you need to do some healing here in order to have growth. This has got nothing to do, and Spirit don't want me to read this anymore, right? This is not the energy we read here on this channel anymore, okay? I'm sorry to say that, but I've got to put my foot down. That's my boundary line here with the energy, all right? That's where I draw the line here. Who cares? Who cares? Are we healing? Are we growing? Are we focusing on what we're doing moving forward? That's the only thing. If you're not worried about just yourself and what you're doing right now, you're worrying about things and your kids' exes and blah, blah, blah. That's your kid's problem, right? That's your son's problem. Let him be a man and handle his business. Let him make his decisions with what's going on in his world, okay? Don't get so caught up on shit that is so outside of yourself all the time that you lose focus, that you're distracted. What are you doing for you right now that's making a difference is what's more important out here. That's it. That's all Spirit are caring about right now. This is a journey of self, a journey of one. Okay? One. But I can't read that energy. Okay? I can't read that energy. I can't. There's some shit there, right, with when it comes to, I'm going to say it as well, right, Queen, there's some shit there when it comes to this situation, right, as a mother, that is none of your business that you need to let go of, okay? That it's not yours to whatever, right? Just find something else to pour your energy, your effort, your exquisitive nature into that has purpose, that has something good from it, right? Because yeah, all this shit's gonna do is make you angry. Is that what you care about, right? Just being right. I knew it would make me angry. I knew it would be upset. Who cares? Does it make the situation any more right or better if you're right? Because it's gonna piss you off. Whatever you hear, it's good news that creates a towel that's gonna piss you off. That's what it's gonna do to you. But is that a good thing? Is that a good? Who cares? Is that what you want to feel? Angry over a tower? Over some information? Wouldn't you? Sometimes I'd rather not know, right? I'd rather not know the hurtful shit, the bullshit, the secrets, the lies, man. You know what? It doesn't matter. None of it matters. In the end of the day, these things happened and we needed to walk away from them. That's the only thing that matters. That we needed to stop engaging with things like this that put us in that kind of energy and just keep going, keep moving on our own path. I don't know what else to say in this kind of a situation, but, you know, like, Spirit's like, don't even pick up any more cards. I'm sorry, Patricia, but that's it. Spirit drawing a line there for me even, right? That's all I can say. That's all I can give. Now, if I continue to keep letting people do things like that here on my channel, then I continue to allow people to perpetuate the cycle, okay, to stagnate their own growth and lead people astray as to what the intentions of my channel, of what I'm here to use my gifts for. I'm not here to use my gifts for, you know, like shit that's like, if it was your partner, you with a direct person, yeah, different. But like, man, forget your son's ex-wife. She's the ex for the reason. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Leyland's mum, right? Your account's a month old, right? Just make sure that you don't copy me or try to take my energy or try to mimic me, because if you do, Spirit will put you on my homepage, right? Find your own unique style. I don't read like anything. I'm a psychic medium. I have all the clairs, right? Like I channel. I'm connected to Spirit. This is Spirit, right? I don't do anything in a particular way. I'm spiritually led. I'm led by my ancestors, my angels, the divine. It flows how it flows, right? So there's not this isn't a style, or, you know, you're gonna have to find your own way of doing things, okay? Your own way of doing things. Otherwise, right, like we don't want to be out here sneaking around, right, looking at, you know, how other people do shit. You want to be a reader, you want to find your own style, okay? Find your own style. Yeah, that's it. I didn't learn how to read. I I was this, and then, yeah, be authentic. Exactly. Right. Just, you got to be who you are. That's when it's going to be powerful. If you're not going to be who you are, then it's not going to have the impact that you want it to on the people that you're going to read for, and that's what a lot of what I teach up in here for these people is confidence, right? How to utilize the shitty bit of your I'm so good ego, right? But actually back it up, right? And how you can actually feel that to getting to a place where you're actually believing in yourself, right? We integrate lessons of a lot of confidence, stepping out to the light, even after hitting the lowest lows in your life, right? So the way that I sort of guide my stuff is based off of my life experiences, and the forever repeating theme of my life experience is showing me that that's what I'm here to teach. That's part of my purpose. But yeah, be careful not to get too far into other people's energies if you're wanting to read, and then reading you've got to read like this. I used to think that when I first started my channel that, I needed to do it a certain way. No, you do it what feels truthful to you, right? If you're loud and proud, be loud and proud. If you're soft and sweet, be soft and sweet. Be a combination of those things if it's what you are. Allow yourself to go with the flow. That's when you're going to sit in the true space of magic, right? But I am very unique, right? And I doubt there's a lot of people that will read like me, right? Or will have the ability to read like me. Thank you, Helen. Love you, beautiful. But yeah, all you need is to be you. That's it. Yeah, don't be afraid of your truth, right? Just like I'm not afraid of mine, right? I don't, when you've made as many fuck ups in life as I have, you learn to stop giving a shit, right, about doing things the way that I do it on my channel. Because I've elevated, healed, fixed so many of the things, fixed so many of my indiscretions, right? I've leveled up so much of my karma and paid back so much karmic debt that I sit in a position where I can feel comfortable to just be whatever I want to be and give absolutely zero fucks in what anybody kind of thinks about it, whether they're new people coming into my energy, old people, right? It's unhealthy for me to care, okay? But yeah, live life on how you want to live it, who you are, right? Your little quirks, your little jokes, there's particular things that I say, like when I see the number 144, I always say, if you know, you know. And I would hate to think that there's other people other than one person who already started, trying to steal that, saying that, because that's a me thing. I said that and I've never heard anyone else say it. So I've even got an if you know, you know t-shirt. So, right. But yeah, be ready to take that journey, right? That leap of faith, people. No, well, that's it. You never fail unless you're learning, right? And lessons are blessings. We take those as blessings. Well, just take deep breaths, Patricia, man. Take some deep breaths. Take a step back. Disconnect, right? Go do what I had to do for the past few days, which is force myself into being 3D, right? Now you get to research 144. Well, you'll know if you are one. 144s usually mean fucking you've walked through hell. You've walked through hell until you teach others how to get to heaven, basically. Man, 144s don't even get to heaven quite as quickly as some of the people around us that we guide and teach. But dirt don't hurt. Man, I love to shit, a bit of Christina Aguilera, get dirty, right? It's all good to get a little bit dirty from time to time, isn't it, Ralph? All right, anybody else would like to get their reading or reading? I do say what I want, right? I would think though, DR, that trying to carry my energy and trying to do that would be very fucking tiring, right? Because I'm telling you, it's very high energy. I'm always very high energy until I'm 4 days comatose, resting in bed because I've burnt myself out from work for 3 weeks straight. But even me, I'm just starting to learn, I have to just, pull back and go, you know what? No, I'm not touching my phone. I love you guys, but I can't respond right now. And I just need to go have my nap so I think tomorrow, I've got one more private read to do from my client who's got it for her work team. And then I think I'm going to take maybe Monday and Tuesday off and just give myself some permission to just be a human being in a human experience where I'm not making myself so available to the messages and to everybody's energy. I get burnout sometimes, and I know you guys know that if I have to, I know for those of you guys that are close to me outside of here that know when I take those couple of days, to myself, that you guys know it's me, recharging the batteries so that I don't lose my shit out here, right? So I don't become crazy like they want me to, right? That's how you know you're not crazy, when you allow yourself to not go beyond your limits and actually nourish yourself and nurture yourself, right? So that's what I feel like I'm going to need to do, is just, again, stand my ground on that sort of stuff as well. And that's what it is as well, us learning to stand our ground, right? It doesn't mean that if somebody needs to take a day to themselves, they don't love us, they don't care, there's something's going on. Sometimes people just need a break, they just need to go full hermit mode. And I mean, I got so used to, for the first, year and a half of the past 2 years, I got so used to hermit moding, like really having nobody around, nobody to talk to on my phone, no communication with people, like, or very, very little, where it was just me and silence, right? Me and the silence. And, the past 6 months, things have been a lot more chaotic. Not in a bad way, but it's just, like it's hard when you go to one extreme to the other. And so I do. Sometimes I just need 2 or 3 days to myself, and I just go like, people will check in. I'll be like, yep, I'm good. I'm great. Love you. Just need to do this today, and that's it. When you have boundaries and you understand all this stuff, then you learn to respect it in others as well. So when other people say it to me, like, I just need, yep, I will, of course, send a message to make sure I love you, right? And I care, and just checking in, like, if you need me, where I'm at, right? Just reminders. But other than that, I won't push and like offload and be like, oh, but I need to talk to you. Like, doesn't matter what I need, right? I need to respect boundaries first and foremost if I want mine respected too. Yeah, look, we can tend to, we get in. Does the number 307 have meaning? Well, funny, because like I've seen a lot of 307 lately, actually, babes. I've seen a lot of 307. It will have meaning, absolutely. I mean, threes are all about manifestations, ascended masters, also communicating, tied into communication, Mercury. Sevens, we could be talking again, 7 spirituality, luck, abundance. Libra energy as well, Venus love, right? So again, it depends on what you're thinking about at the time. If you keep seeing 307 though, try and pinpoint what you're feeling at the time. Denise, so you can kind of pinpoint what's the message. Google says it's a whole bunch, but you try. Well, think about what area specifically, and it also could be, do you get the feeling that you need to join the numbers, right? Because it's also number 10. Okay, so this could also mean like on a spiritual level here, that you are. I love when it's just like when I've got people that are channeling in the background of stuff that are sending me messages through, like. I'm getting like, there's no getting over you or getting over. Somebody can't get over somebody. It could be as well, like, 3rd of the 7th, 7th of the 3rd. You're gonna have to feel around into it. It could be again. I know when spirit tell me to add numbers together though, to get a number. You know what I mean? Like it'll just I'll naturally add it. So yeah. I'm gonna say I don't know if it's one of you guys or just something in the energy, but something's just feels a little bit off right now in the energy. But yeah, what does it mean when you don't have any questions? Not kidding. Well, there's a couple of things, Ralph. Either you're sitting in a comfort zone. Okay, so if you're not asking any questions, there's a couple of things. Maybe there's nothing wrong at all. Maybe everything's fucking great. Everything's exactly how it should be, and you have no reason to ask. But you could also be kidding yourself, right? Not wanting to ask questions because of what might come up. Like, oh shit, I don't want to ask that. Like your subconscious could be holding you back from asking questions because you've decided that, oh, everything's great, right? We don't want to dig into that, because if we dig into that, you might get an answer that you don't like. And then it would mean some shit, right? Then it would mean happiness has been disrupted. Okay. So it could just be that you don't want to get comfortable. Well, you can't do that without asking the questions about where are you at, what are you not seeing, what could potentially, for you, Ralph, the questions you should be asking Spirit, what am I not seeing or what am I ignoring? What am I choosing to not see here? Okay, is going to be more so beneficial. That's what they're telling me. What are you not seeing? What are you ignoring, right? That you need to ask questions about. I love you, homie, but I can't break it down for you any more than that. If you need to have a conversation with me, you can. Sure, what would you like to ask? I mean, can I ask a question first? Like how your account's a month old, right? What's brought you to YouTube? Why the move to YouTube? Because I for some reason I need to keep asking that until I get an answer. What are you ignoring, Ralph? What are you choosing not to see? What are you blinding yourself to? I hate to say it, homie, but there is something here that is going to come out, right? Do you want me to read it out here? Do you want to ask me somewhere else? I'll give you the option. I'll give you the option, homie, because like I love you guys, right? And again, for some of you guys, I will maintain a level of privacy, especially for my mods, my members, right? If you don't want to ask here, and you got access, you agree for Ralph. What do you agree for, Ralph? You don't want to get comfortable? I don't want to get comfortable. None of us do. Read it here. All right, baby. All right. But yeah, Layla's mum, right? I've got some questions first that Spirit want me for some reason to ask you before I answer anything. Because for some reason this energy thing that I'm feeling still won't go away, right? And I know something. Okay. All right. What is something that something that we don't want to see sometimes? We don't want to look at it because it would rattle us. All right, Spirit. What is it? What is it here that Ralph could be ignoring either by choice or by purpose? Ralph, the fire pony, baby, the fire pony, okay? The fire pony in here, the impulsive fire pony, okay? There's something here that you're really not seeing, right? You're not looking where you're going. You're not looking where you're going, okay? There's something that you're not walking away from. That's a fire pony, right? That's what I'm gonna say to you. Like I'm gonna say it like that. The fire pony, right, that doesn't actually really have plans out here, okay? That hasn't walked away from something, or that you're not walking away from. That's Spirit needs you to really look deeper into something, okay? Yes, it does mean, right? It means that if you go on this journey, right? If you go on this fool's journey, yes, it means leaving an energy behind, right? But I'm telling you right now, this energy, okay? 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords, right? I love you, Ralph, but I don't know how many times we've discussed this, okay? And you're refusing to see it. You refuse to see it, okay? But it's deception. There's deception here. It's an illusion, right? And you're gobbling it up. And yeah, somebody is going to feel left behind, right? Is that your problem? Is that your problem? If you truly want to go on the new beginning, right? I'm sorry to say, but the way you've gone about that's not a new beginning, babe. That's not a fresh new beginning. When you look at the things that I teach up here, all the true principles of what healthy love attachments look like, healthy this, healthy that, right? All those things. Does it align? Does it align with the way certain things have unfolded or are unfolding in your life? Tower in reverse, right? That's what you're ignoring. You're ignoring that one change that's going to set off a complete new direction for you. But you not wanting to see it, okay? You're not wanting to and thinking everything's fine. It's all great and good, okay? It's like you're fighting yourself from seeing the truth here with the five of wands and the moon in reverse. You're fighting yourself from seeing that truth. Don't fight yourself don't fight the truth here. We can't fight the truth here. Because this was what it is, right? It's a fucking illusion, babe. It's a fucking illusion. Right? Because when somebody hasn't still done all the shit that they're meant to, right, and they're in that energy, that's why it's not going anywhere. This person's a fight pony. Okay. And you've got so much going on for you, Ralph. Okay? So much. So much. I love you. That's what Spirit, again, only you can make the decision, Ralph. It's up to you. You know what I mean? Like, it's completely up to you. But there's a reason why Spirit there's a reason why Spirit keep getting me to kind of tiptoe around it for you, right? But it's like, I'm going to get to a point where, as a friend of yours, I'm going to start saying it fucking straight out to you next time. Next time we're having that conversation, and you're like, yeah. And I'm like feeling into the energy of the yeahs, right? Like, come on, man. You know, I do what I do because I do what I do because I'm good at it, right? I know when I see things from a mile away, and I love you too much to not say anything, right? I love you that much that I'm not going to be able to hold my tongue anymore. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, can somebody just block out that energy that refuses to ask my question? Because I got no fucking more time for it, right? I got no more time. I asked a specific question because I want a specific answer, because Spirit keep alerting me to this energy, and I'm not dealing with it. I don't want to deal with it. It's all right. I'll do it myself. We're all good up in here. We're all good. She got this. I've got this. Because when somebody can't answer a basic question that I'm asking, like, why, what's brought you here, 222 on my screen, it's because I'm on the right path with an energy, and look at that. Oh, wow. Look at that. Right. So I don't know what it was up with that energy. It's just Spirit, again, 222 on my screen. There was something that Spirit wanted me to look at there and ask questions. Like, I'm not answering anything until you answer me first. Sorry. And that's just me. I got to protect my energy and, again, go with what my gut tells me. But, you know, homies, right? You know I fucking love you, right? And sometimes, again, I don't want to offend you guys. I don't want you guys to ever take offense to anything I say to you, whether it's on here or in our private chats, okay? I only ever say things to certain ones of you because I fucking love you, I highly respect you, and I want the best for you. This is how you know I give a fuck. If I say nothing and just let you fucking do your own fuckery, right? If I say nothing at all and allow you to just fucking slip into your own bullshit without trying to go, hey, maybe think about this, right? But I don't want to have to feel like I need to walk on eggshells either, right? Because I want you guys to know it comes from a place of love. When I have to say it directly, I do love you guys, right? And I do want the best for you guys. So just keep that in mind, okay? I want to see you guys... True fucking 10 of cups here, right? I want to see you guys manifesting like true 10 of cups, not settling, right? I can't see any of my fucking... I cannot bear to look at any of my homies settling and ending up in fucking heartbreak over these connections, okay? And then me having to, you know, fucking cradle you guys and spoon you guys back to your balance, right? I would, you guys know I would rock you in my arms like my little babies, right? And just sing lullabies to you, but, you know, come on. We've learned too many lessons here, okay? There's a cycle already that we've completed. All right, we've already completed these cycles. So, and besides, you're all too big for me. My 7-year-old's starting to get too big. I can't hold him. Right? I'd hate to think what it's like cradling some of you boys. But yeah, I don't want to have to. And I know I don't. It's just I don't like to overimpose as well, especially for those of you that are masculines, right? Because, you know, next minute you know, it's like when you tell your male mate, hey, like, I don't like your girlfriend, there's something up with her, or hey, dude, like, I think your girlfriend's cheating on you or whatever. And then, like, they break up and you're like, oh, good. And then they get back together and you're like, oh, fuck, right? Like, you know how many times I've been in situations like that? I'm like, I'm not getting into it with you guys. I love you guys too much to put myself in that, you know? And besides, I don't want these crazy bitches coming after me being like, you want my man, da-da-da-da-da. No, I just want your ex-man to be fucking happy because he's my homie, right? And I like to see my homies happy. I like to see my homies happy tribe, right? Happy vibe. When we're all happy, our tribe does well together. But we have to be okay with, you know, look, I say it to Mystical and Gala all the time, man. If there's something that you guys see, I've said it to Jason, like, if there's something that you guys see that I don't, I expect you guys to point that shit out to me. At no point do I ever tell you guys I'm perfect, I know fucking everything. When I know, right? And when I said to you, if someone says to me, oh, maybe, you know, and I said, no, I know, that's me telling you, that's my intuition, that's spirit telling me, don't question that. But if I ask you and I'm an R and, you know, I'm completely oblivious to something, trust me, I'm open to it, right? I'm open to it. If I wasn't open to it, I'd be a fucking idiot. I'd be an idiot, right? I'd be only limiting myself there. But, you know, sometimes there has been things I didn't see. Out of screen, out on screen. You call me out on screen. I mean, I don't care where I have to be called out, okay? If there's something dark going on and you know, I'm living in my own darkness. If again, and a lot of you guys know how I utilize my shadow aspects here as well to teach lessons that regular folk on tarot land will never understand the way in which I have to conduct myself up in here to teach you guys certain lessons. Like, could you imagine if I wasn't so egotistically confident in myself and like exuded that energy? Like, how would some of you guys really be able to believe in yourselves? You wouldn't. You guys have taken that excess energy that I've had, right? You've taken it from me, which I've happily given you guys, and you've utilized it, right? But then when you know about this sort of shit, you know. When you don't, well, then just go read Basic Bitch Tarot. We're all good. Okay, but there is certain things that I do that have an intention, right? Because of the energy of what it gives you guys, right? If I'm popping you guys up when you guys don't believe in yourself, like, because I just sit there and allow my, you know, it does. People don't understand it. They're not meant to, right? Our tribe, our vibe is meant to, right? And that's why some of you guys could see the reason why I do certain things, and you don't judge it. You don't, oh my God, she's cooked, she's this, she's that. You're just like, fuck yeah, girl, right? Get it. That's exactly how I want you guys to feel. Fuck yeah, get it. You know? Fuck yeah, get it. Get it, get it. Messed you up, like not seeing a thing on the personal, like I thought. Vision, sometimes you do need someone to point things out. Yeah, fucking, we all do. We all do. And that's the thing. You know, if I don't respect you because you haven't done the fucking work, or you're a dipshit, or you're toxic, or you think you fucking have some sort of authority out here, I don't give a shit what the fuck you say. I won't listen to you. I'm not going to listen to people that don't have their shit in order, don't have any plans, any goals, have no idea who they are, what they are, where they're going. If you've got no fucking idea who, what, when, where you are not even remotely fucking qualified to give me a smidgen of information, because your information will be wrong and based off of your limited perceptions, right? I only take advice and guidance from the people that I respect and I admire, that I can see have done the work in those areas, right? If you haven't worked on certain areas, or you know, don't be giving me advice and expecting me to take it on board, because how are you an expert in it? How are you more versed in this than I am within myself, right? Remember, we got to be careful who we get advice from. Do we get psychological advice from the checkout chick at the supermarket store? No. Right? Do we get you know, advice on career for a guy who just has forever like worked in, I don't fucking, you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't ask for advice, or you don't take on board advice and things that people say that haven't done what you're trying to do, or what they're trying to teach you, or you get what I'm saying? They've got no idea. Then it's them just spit off words maybe they heard on something else, or, you know, just trying to fucking dick measure with you on some sort of level and have something over you. Oh, you should be doing da-da-da-da-da, right? Like, it's like if you don't have a channel that's successful, and yours is doing worse than mine, don't tell me what to be doing on my channel, right? I'll only take advice from people that have got successful channels on maybe what I could tweak that's in alignment with how I want to run my channel. But otherwise, how the fuck, if you haven't done the shit that even I've achieved up here, am I going to take advice from you? That'd be silly. That'd be silly. That's just somebody trying to potentially sabotage you, right? Fuck up what you're working on, what you're building, you know, until they walk the walk, 100%, 100%. Or they have to be very well versed on said topic, right? Like, unless you're a psychologist, I'm not about to take advice from you, or allow you to tell me I'm toxic, I'm unhealed, I'm this, that, and the other, and holding on to the past. Unless you're qualified to make that assessment, you're not qualified, right? It's that simple. So we need to be careful about that as well. Not taking on board advice that comes from people that don't practice what they preach, okay? You know, it's one thing to say to have boundaries, but if you don't have them or allow people to cross them, how the fuck should you, how are you qualified to teach them? You're just talking shit then. You're not authentic. You're not anything, okay? And you're going to end up saying something wrong to a person one day that's going to lead somebody astray. That's not honorable. That's not helpful. Where does that intention come from? Well, somebody needing to feel validated, feel right, feel important, feel like they know what they're doing. That's unhealthy and it's dangerous for those of us that are making progress, right? We want to make progress, not stay stagnant and stuck like some people. Yeah. Well, look, we all make mistakes though, man. And Virgo's allowed to miscalculate some shit, right? Maybe there was a bit that you didn't quite see though. Somebody could have been being extra sneaky though, Virgo. Okay, and who changed the numbers in your calculation? Well, maybe you missed something, guys. Potential? Could that be a possibility that Virgo maybe didn't see something? Never. Virgo sees all right. Fucking love you, Virgos, right? I love you guys. But if that's all we need and that's all we're saying today, that's all that needs to be said today. Right? I love you guys, my Virgos, my Cappies, my Leos, my freaking Pisces energies, right? The very few other little, I can't even, right? Unless it's a group of you, I'm not about to shout you out, right? But there's some individuals here that also I very much love, right? But now I love my Earth sign energies that are on here. You guys are fucking amazing. Um, but yeah, it's look, you probably just missed it. It's all good, Virgo, right? You just weren't in on that piece of information. It's all good. Heaven forbid you didn't get the 411 on everything. All right, you might need to go just Windex your fucking magnifying glass. All right, maybe something was just a little bit off in the magnifying glass. Anyway, guys, I love you guys so much. Again, thank you guys so much for your likes, comments, all the wonderful, good, juicy energy that flows here, right? Yeah, it's juicy. It's juicy because juice is nice, right? Anyway, I love you guys so much. And I hope you guys over in the other side of the world have an amazing rest of your Saturday night. You guys should probably be off to bed anyway. If you're on my side, I hope you guys had an amazing day. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do, right? I've still got a few hours before the kidlets get home, so I might as well enjoy them and just get some stuff done or just chill out. But I love you guys so much, all right? And I'll see you guys when I'm back in a couple of days. If I need to come back, Spirit will let me know. If not, I'll see you guys in a couple of days, all right? Mwah. Love you guys so much. Bye for now.